Villa Tijendat in Brno, Czech Republic. Villa Tijendat is a historical building in the wealthy neighborhood of Ernpol in Brno, Czech Republic. It is one of the pioneering prototypes of modern architecture in Europe, and was designed by the German architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Built of reinforced concrete between 1928 and 1930 for Fritz Tijendat and his wife Greta, the villa soon became an icon of modernism. The freestanding three-story villa is on a slope and faces the southwest. The second story consists of the main living and social areas with the conservatory and the terrace, and the kitchen and servants' rooms. The third story has the main entrance from the street with a passage to the terrace, the entrance hall, and rooms for the parents, children, and the nanny with appropriate facilities. The chauffeur's flat with the garages and the terrace are accessed separately. The cost was very high due to the unusual construction method, luxurious materials, and the use of modern technology for heating and ventilation. The lower ground level was used as a service area. An ultra-modern air conditioning system was here and a glass facade that opens completely assisted by a mechanism built into the wall. The floor area was unusually large and open compared to the average family home of the period, which, in addition to the various storage rooms, made the structure unique if not confusing to visitors not used to such minimalism. The villa was commissioned by the Jewish German Fritz and Greta Tijendat. The construction company of Arter and Moy Eisler began construction in the summer of 1929 and completed it in 14 months. Fritz and Greta Tijendat enjoyed just 8 years in the villa before fleeing Czechoslovakia with their children in 1938. Shortly before the country was dismembered following the Munich Agreement. They lived in Switzerland, and they never lived in the villa again. It was confiscated by the Gestapo in 1939 and used as an apartment and office. Its interior was modified and many pieces disappeared. It suffered considerable damage during combat at the end of World War II and later, when it served as quarters and stables for the Soviet military. It was partially repaired and used for various purposes, for example as a children's physiotherapy center, for several decades after World War II. Greta Tijendat returned to the villa in 1967 with a senior architect from Mies's Chicago studio and explained the original design to him, and a group of Czech architects set out to repair it. It was inscribed on the National List of Cultural Heritage in 1969 and restored after 1980. On August 26, 1992, Václav Klaus and Vladimir Meyer, the political leaders of Czechoslovakia, met there to sign the document that divided the country into the Czech Republic and Slovak Republic. Since 1994 the villa has been open to the public as a museum administered by the city of Brno. In 1993 the Villa Tijendat Fund and Friends of Tijendat were formed to preserve the villa. In 1995 Brno received a $15,000 grant to pay for preliminary research from the Samuel H. Kress European Preservation Program, part of the World Monuments Fund. The International Music and Art Foundation, based in Liechtenstein, pledged $100,000, because a trustee, Nicholas Thaw, was also a trustee of the World Monuments Fund. The Robert Wilson Foundation matched the $100,000. The villa was designated a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2001. In 2007 the Tijendat's heirs applied for the restitution of the villa, citing a law covering works of art confiscated during the Holocaust. The reason for this application appears to have been their frustration over the failure of the municipality of Brno to carry out vital restoration work due to the deterioration of the concrete used in construction. Entire sections of the interior were missing. Later, parts of the original wood paneling were found at Masaryk University, a building used by the Gestapo as their Brno headquarters. The villa was a principal location in the 2007 film Hannibal Rising, serving as the villa of the villain, Vylades Gudis. Simon Maurer's 2009 Booker Prize shortlisted novel, The Glass Room, is a fictional account of a house inspired by the villa. Reconstruction and restoration started in February 2010 with estimated costs of 150 million CZK, approximately $7,895,000 US. This reconstruction finished in February 2012 and the villa was reopened to the public in March. To celebrate the villa's restoration, the Royal Institute of British Architects launched Villa Tegendatt in Context, an exhibition in London giving a visual history and a record of the recent renovation through the testimony of 3 generations of photographers. Near Villa Tegendatt is Greda's family home, the Art Nouveau Lobir Villa, which will present an exhibition The World of the Brno Bourgeoisie around the Lobirs and Tegendatt. Like us and join us at Extreme Collections for more fun and knowledge.